Hi, this is Ferris J, the Thought Gardener, with another lesson from my garden, from my polytunnel. And today's lesson is vigilance. It's to be vigilant with mind weeds, as I call them, those negative thoughts that pop up. To me, there are different kinds of weeds like there are in the garden. There are some that you can just hoe off and they're only light and they don't really come back. And there are others that are more pervasive, others that are deeper doubts, are deeper fears, are deeper self-judgments. And they just keep coming back. And sometimes we think, well, we'll just clear them a little bit, like we'll just, I use EFT tapping so much in my work. We'll do one little round of tapping and that will clear them off the surface. And in my polytunnel here, I have couch grass. Now, if I just pull this up to here, it will clear it for a little bit. But couch grass is very pervasive and it has really long roots. And here's some I pulled the other day. Look at these roots. They go really deep underground. They run the length of my beds. So I have to be vigilant and I have to really track back the roots and pull them out. Now, I don't always agree with going back and searching for what the origin of everything is, but it does seem that with really pervasive issues, pervasive judgments we have about ourselves, pervasive fears, pervasive doubts, that it does usually stem to a pattern of behavior that we learnt in childhood to help us cope. And actually by going back, using a technique such as EFT tapping to work that back through our past, we can properly clear it. And it can take a little bit of time. These roots go back far. So there are some issues that hold us back that I do think it is worth getting to the root of. Because otherwise, if you just sort of do the surface work, just kind of ignore it, just sweep it under the carpet, those roots keep going, they keep going. It's like those neural pathways. They've got deep neural pathways in your mind, and it can take a little bit of time for those pervasive issues. I see people get frustrated that tapping doesn't work or other techniques they've tried doesn't work. And it's usually because they've tried a surface approach. They've just dealt with how they felt in the moment, what's going on in the moment. And for those times, it is time to weed a bit deeper, to go use different ways to use the tapping, to go deeper, to go back to the past, to go back to the root of it. And once you've dug it out, you're good to go. And it can take time to get there. So if that's been the case for you, that you felt you've not really got the results from doing mindset work, it can just be altering your approach, going under, digging out that little bit deeper, and then you'll get them cleared, and then happy days. You then have the space to put in positive neural pathways to change. Once you've weeded out the old pattern, you set a new pattern. That's like putting fresh seed in. You set new patterns so that doesn't happen again. So the old cycle is broken and you create a new, more positive cycle. That is what the lesson from my garden is for today. If I catch myself in those patterns, I get curious. Okay, how can I clear this back? Bye for now.